Next up, I see Senator Mack is here. And Senator Mack, we will start with Senate Resolution number 634. Okay. And you can go ahead.
Thank you, Chair, members of the committee. The purpose of this resolution is to create a study commission to study the effects of ending the practice of cash bail and the impacts that will have on Black Rhode Islanders, but more inclusively, all Rhode Islanders. Close to 500,000 people across the country are trapped in jail before being convicted of a crime, and they cannot afford to buy their freedom, forcing them to sit in jail pre-trial. The practice of cash bail primarily impacts people who already live in poverty. Many of these folks are held before they even are convicted or proven guilty. It is an extreme injustice and unfair, and again, it disproportionately impacts Black and brown and poor people of all races. Several other states have implemented bail reform efforts in recent years. New York, when they implemented their bail reform in April 2009, found that it limited their prison population, their jail population by about 25% since fully impacted. These are all folks for low-level and non-violent crimes. Other states that have implemented bail reform efforts are California, New Mexico, Kentucky, Nebraska, Indiana, New Jersey. In New Jersey, the practice of cash bail has nearly been eliminated, as well as in Washington, D.C., and a nonpartisan nonprofit organization found that folks are being arrested fewer times and for lower level crimes, and their prison population has also increased. Some of the questions that you might ask is, what does it look like to determine if someone is at risk of reoffending? New Jersey uses a 9-step assessment tool in order to determine whether or not someone is at risk of reoffending while outside, not coming back, and the likelihood that they will not be nonviolent in the future. So these are all of the things that hope to study in this proposed commission. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any questions for the bill sponsor from the committee? All right, I do not see any. We do have 2 folks who are wanting to testify on this bill. But before we do that, Senator Mack, do you want to introduce your second legislation?
Yes.
Senate Bill 635.
My name is Jeremy. I represent an organization called Bike Life Legal, which is a nonprofit organization located in Pawtucket, Rhode Island, that works with at-risk youth. And I am definitely in favor of creating a commission. I really don't know why a commission is necessary. I just think that if this is a procedure that you guys go through, then it's definitely necessary. All of these bills, on Friday, it was brought up in the House that these bills need to be looked through with an equity lens. This is one of them that actually is, it's built in. And the important part about this is that you guys hear the testimonies of the individuals that are being affected. There are no lawmakers, or at least in this judiciary, that happen to be Black. We had one last year, but I don't know what happened to him. But so it's very concerning that the people that are mostly affected by the rules are not actually part of the rulemaking. You know, it seems like, you know, we get confused here when we're talking about penalizing a specific group of people, but the people that are being marginalized are not at the table to rebut or refute any of the offenses that they're being charged with. So I think that it's very important that you sit down, you review those that are affected, you look at their budgets, you look at their current ability to be able to pay fines and fees, and then you make those assessments. But that's all I really wanted to say. But for the next bill, which is 635, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, that is a given. $1,000 won't even pay for your security deposit in any of these apartments. So let alone transportation, food, clothing, there needs to be a work release program where people are actually living. You guys need to start working on their release 6 to 8 months before they actually have their release date. These people need to be integrated into society then. If you want to stop the homelessness, you'll stop it right there. This is the only state that I've ever been in, and I've been in 48 states. 48. This is the only state that I know that doesn't have a work release program. And that goes to show you that you're not really concerned about the recidivism. You're not really concerned about those people. You've written those people off. Those are forgotten souls to you guys. And that is a problem. So if you're going to start to reform the prison system, you need to start with a work release program. So this would actually kind of, it would kind of camouflage the need for work release, but it would actually it would be efficient. I don't know where they're going to get the $3,500 from, but if they have the ability to earn $3,500 while they're in there, $3 a week or whatever it is, then they should be able to add up to as much money as possible. I was in Louisiana. They had people that were leaving Louisiana that were working offshore, that were working work release, that were leaving jail with about $17,000, $20,000 working offshore, working on boats, and you have a lot of offshore opportunities that are going to be available. And I am looking to make sure that the prison system are going to be able to get some of those jobs. So when you guys are opening up the offshore winds and all these, that those people that are incarcerated, that they have a right and access to those jobs as well. If you are looking for employment, there's an ACI that has 2,700 individuals that are going to be getting out that would be looking for a job. So that would be a great place to start. But, and I have a list of other bills that I want to speak about, but I guess I'll wait until then. But yes, I think it's very important. $3,500 is efficient.
Thank you. There's no further public testimony on Senate Bill 634, so I'd entertain a motion to hold made by Senator LaMountain, seconded by Senator Burke. All those in favor? Any opposed? And Senate Bill 634 is held for further study. We'll